Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Monday, August 9th, 2021. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. Right now, you see a narrow range over the last couple of weeks that have developed. The ES trading just 17 points of range today. That's 47% of average, and it is currently back above the previous session's low. So if you look here, you can see that the previous session's lows here, price came down, took it out, and is now approaching the previous session's high price. At some point here, we may go up there and get that high and become, at least partially, an outside day up. But one thing we want to watch here is for true expansion from this range here. That's the 2-week range we're watching for. There's a ton of energy built up in that range, and if we can get some expansion from that range either to the upside or downside, it could trigger a pretty tremendous move here over the next 1 to 5 days or 1 to 2 weeks, or even over the next 3 weeks. If we have some situation like this where you have this 2-week narrow range and you drop for a few days and then you rally for a couple of weeks, again, that has been how this market has operated here. So again, overall, this market remains very, very bullish. It continues to melt up. Right now, again, looking for signs of expansion from this 2-week narrow range, but everything still points higher. Even if we were to pull back some degree into the pivot range for the month, ideally bulls would come in, defend it, and push it to new highs. So still looking at further overall strength ahead. Right now, short term, perhaps a test at the previous session's high could be in play, and we'll continue to watch how it plays out today. Looking at the NQ, this went higher, barely here today. For the most part, still also inside of a narrow 2-week range, still trending higher in a very aggressive trend here for the NQ. Ever since that May pullback, it has been blazing higher, very, very strong. And again, there's energy up here at these highs to be released. Failed new low developing here today, and back to the previous session's midpoint we are. And again, that's the key level to watch here. If price can overcome here 15,110, it opens up the potential retest at the previous session's high. Perhaps a bullish outside day could be in play. But as is the case with the ES, we're looking for expansion from this 2-week narrow range that could trigger the next wave of volatility. Taking a look here at crude oil, this one down big today, down 3%. A lot of energy down. Brent crude, heating oil's down, nat gas is down. I mean, a lot. RB's down, but this one here down 3% here today, and nearly coming into those previous lows of 65.01. Today's low here coming in at 65.15. Big time drop, and that's the key range, right? This is the key range we've been watching. So if we look here, that's the key range high, 75.52. Down here, 65.01 key range low. And that's your midpoint here, 70.27. So that's your range, likely to stay inside that range, even if we test the lower edge here. Remember, a key range low can be a great zone for a bear trap and a reverse back to the middle of the range, perhaps back toward the top. So the fact that it is stalling here and perhaps even turning around on the intraday time frame back above 66s could be indicative of a bounce to come. So if price can stay above 66 today, could be bullish here, at least modestly bullish the rest of the day. Failure to hold 66s again could lead to another round of weakness today. And gold with a huge move here overnight, bit of a flash crash as this thing dropped tremendously Sunday evening. Price dropping to as low as 1677.90. We talk about market structure, especially with gold here lately. It has honored the market structure tremendously for the most part. You have the 1790s, which is the level we were watching short term. We talked about the 1760 level, and now a failure to hold 1760 we mentioned would lead us back toward around the 1675s, which is right around these recent lows here. It's that previous market structure in here, and you can see how in one fell swoop it drops down, perhaps triggering stops on the way down, and then it reverses all the way back up already. So honoring that market structure, 1675, a big time key level, basically right at or near the lows of the year before bouncing and this could be a tremendous impulse move now. We have a strong top up here, a strong bottom, and perhaps we've already reached the midpoint of that range. 1757.5 is the midpoint, and it appears, let's see here, the high here, 1754s. So very, very close to reaching that midpoint already, which would give us a new key range. Tremendous movement here. And again, continuing to honor that market structure. So we'll see if we can get that midpoint of 1757.70 to give us a new key range at these lows, and that will help us with future direction. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this plays out heading into the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, and I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.